Hello and welcome to Love Brand You on Win-Win Women. I'm Sam Rafis, your host for this metaphysical show focused on faith and inspiration for you to succeed in all areas of your life. As we do every week, I start out the show with my Love Brand You prayer. So those of you that are familiar with this, I would like you to just settle in, take a deep breath, close your eyes if you like, and just hear these words for Love Brand You prayer. My God source loves me no matter what. I am always lovable and give myself compassion for everything and I've ever done or not done. Love heals me more quickly than self-judgment. I choose love now for me and for everyone in my life. For this, I give thanks. I let it be so, and so it is. Amen. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Love Brand You here on Win-Win Women. And today, or this month, I should say, I'm continuing on with the theme of spirituality. And excuse me. And a couple of weeks ago, I did a show on the three benefits that I thought for meditation. So what I believed are benefits of meditation. Carrying on with the meditation theme, today I just want to recap. So overall, meditation helps me connect to my intuition, which I also talk about referring to our divine self, our God mind, our heart, our higher mind, whatever it is that you are in tune with. When you meditate, it helps you connect to that God self. It also helps me have a calmer, more peaceful state of mind, and I get to go about my day in a peaceful state, which I really enjoy. It keeps me grounded, you could say. And overall, I just have a higher sense of self-confidence when I'm meditating regularly. And there's many types of meditation, which are mindfulness, there's guided meditation, there's mantra meditation, spiritual, transcendental, insight, chakra, yoga, loving kindness, candle gazing meditations, there's visualization types of meditations. There are so many meditations. And as I was thinking about it today, I wanted to share with you 4 types of meditations that I recommend, that I use probably all the time. So in my meditation practice, I do certain meditations or practices within that. So today I'm going to share 4 of them with you. And I want to start out with oh, and these are ones that I also recommend with my clients when I'm working with individuals, because meditation is such a big part of not only what I do, it's also what I suggest for many of my clients to help you get in tune with yourself. And because I talk about transforming from the inside out is how I help people become successful in the areas that they want, whether it's their business, health, life, relationships, well-being overall, which is your mental and emotional well-being. The 6 areas that I focus in, I've talked about it in previous weeks, the 6 areas of coaching. So transforming from the inside out starts with meditation. So that's why I talk so much about meditation. All right. So for this episode, going back, I'm going to share 4 different types of meditation that hopefully you'll like what I've got to say, and you'll maybe try some of them. All right. The first one is I've talked about it probably many shows, is mindfulness. So there's mindfulness meditation. And Mindfulness meditation is also known, you may have heard about it, you might have heard it called present moment meditation. There's a lot of talk and a lot of uh, buzz, you could say, about focusing on the present moment. So by focusing on the present moment, you train yourself to move from thinking and to sensing, to actually sensing what's around you and what you're feeling. So rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, mindfulness encourages you to become aware of your immediate surroundings or what you're experiencing without any judgment. So the goal of mindfulness is not to get attached to your thought. Just about poked my eye. Not not to get attached to your thoughts, but rather to allow them, so to experience the thought and let it go. So it's being present, focused, and it takes practice. It's easier said than done. So you you start by bringing awareness, and I guess I want to why I like mindfulness meditation, especially if you want to start out with it, because it's something you can do anywhere. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I have a lot of clients or individuals that will say to me, I can't, I don't know where to start, or I know you talk about, adding it into your morning routine. Well, my mornings are busy. So this is an easy way for individuals to start the practice of meditation, because by just being mindful, it's like the bridge. I always That's how I liken it to, just the bridge to getting yourself started in a mindfulness practice. So mindfulness can be practiced anywhere. So you're just bringing awareness to your physical sensations. So again, you start with the breath. Always in meditation, we're starting with the breath. We're being aware of how we breathe. We're relaxing our body, relaxing shoulders, relaxing our body, putting our feet on the floor. If you're somewhere where you can't do that, I've done many meditations with my eyes open, standing, waiting in a line, because I don't like waiting in line. So I'll put my focus somewhere else, and I will actually put myself into uh, a slight meditation while I'm waiting in line. So you can do it anywhere. So it's just bringing awareness to your breath, the physical sensations of your body. So, the rise and fall of your chest, of your abdomen, and the feeling of your breath, and actually telling yourself to breathe. Uh, Sometimes we're breathing, well, we're always breathing automatically. However, sometimes we don't realize that we're actually breathing more shallow, or that we're not really taking in a breath as much as we need to be. And sometimes that's why we can feel tired, or there's other hosts of physical symptoms that can be happening to us because we're not breathing. So focusing on the chest, focusing on the abdomen, taking a breath, relaxing, dropping the shoulders. And in that, you are focusing on that moment. You're focusing on actually what's going on, sensing yourself, sensing your feelings, your hands, your body. You're bringing attention to any focus on smells around you, sounds. If you are actually practicing a mindfulness meditation at home in the quiet of your own surroundings, then, just really focus on what's going on around you. Close your eyes. I often leave the window open a little bit and focus on the birds chirping, or what's going on with the weather. Is it windy? Is it what sounds can I hear? So those sensing of what's ever going on around you in the present moment. So once you're feeling settled and you start bringing awareness to what's around you, then you can bring awareness to your actual thoughts and your emotions. And this is where it gets tricky, because you're not necessarily trying to uh, make yourself think something. Like if a thought comes to you that's negative, or a thought of anger, or a thought of worry, rather than something positive, because we often talk, at least in my world, we always talk about, oh, focus on the positive. However, there are some times when you are in that present moment meditation that might not be the thought that's coming along. So you're not censoring your thoughts. So you're bringing awareness to your senses and your thoughts and your emotions. However, you're not censoring them. You are just saying, okay, literally, okay, so I feel angry, or I feel sad, or I feel happy. Whatever it is in the moment, you're allowing whatever the feeling is, and you're literally just saying to yourself, oh, okay, and acknowledging it without any judgment, without any attachment. You're just trying to relax and be aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And you just continue to do this. Continue bringing your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions back to the present moment. So in that mindfulness meditation, oftentimes when we do have that thought of, or the feeling attached to it, I guess I should say, because we're wanting to focus more on our senses. So if we're getting a sense of anger, we're getting a sense of sadness, rather than following it out to think about what's causing the sadness, it's actually taking it back to ourselves, or at least how I do it anyway, in that mindfulness present moment meditation. I'm not going further. So I'm not going into the past of what created the sadness. I'm not going into the future of worrying about what could happen because of that feeling. I am actually keeping myself in the present moment and feeling whatever I'm feeling, and letting that be okay. So hopefully I've explained it good enough for you. And I want to go on to the second type of meditation practice, which I use as well. And this is why I wanted to share these 4 types with you, because these are the 4 that I use the most. Like oftentimes I will pick out different meditation types of practices or techniques and try them out just for interest's sake. However, these are I would say 4 tried and true and most practiced ones that I work into my daily life, weekly life, into my lifestyle overall. Okay, second one, spiritual. You knew that was coming in. This is the spirituality theme. So, spiritual meditations are the mindful practice of believing in and connecting to something that is greater than you, which you're trusting that there's something bigger out there. Everything happens for a reason, that belief system. And you may be attached to a religious figure. You may be calling it God. You may be calling it higher power. You may be calling it universe. There doesn't have to be a name. However, oftentimes individuals that I work with that are faith-based have a following that they do. They are Christian, Protestant, Buddhist, whatever your spiritual path is. This is the meditation that you're focusing on your spiritual power. So God, higher power, universe, Holy Spirit, creator. and you're focusing on what you believe in. Same thing as every meditation. You start by sitting in silence, usually eyes closed. For me, I prefer my eyes closed and I visualize whatever it is I want to visualize. Um, Again, bringing awareness to the breath. So breathing. Sometimes I just breathe in and out and count my breath. It's being aware that I'm actually breathing and relaxing and becoming more peaceful and having that connection to my higher power, God self. And this is where I bring affirmations in for a spiritual type of meditation. So I'm actually focused on either an affirmation or, and this is where some of these meditation types cross over. I was just going to say a mantra. I might be thinking of some type of mantra. So there's spiritual meditation, there's mantra meditation, but oftentimes in my mind, I connect the two and I might interchange those. So depending how I'm feeling, if I'm doing this type of meditation with an affirmation, I might sit in silence, uh, close my eyes, breathe in and out. And I, of course, focus on my God self, my higher power, what that image is for me. And I I make it what it is. And I know I stumble in this sometimes when I'm talking about it. However, I really want this show to be what your spiritual path is. So I don't want this show to be I what I believe my spiritual higher power is. I want it to be what your faith and uh, um, spiritual journey is. So I often feel like I stumble a little bit here. However, this is a show for everyone to make their own spiritual path. So in a spiritual meditation, it's focusing on what spirituality means to you. All right. And for me, all right, I was already thinking of, all right, which affirmation am I going to use? So I'm speaking out loud when that was really supposed to be my inside voice. All right. So an affirmation that I might use is, I live in my creator and my creator lives in me. And the reason I might say something like that is because I believe we are all one. We are all one in the universe. And just as much as the universe is part of all of us, we are all part of the universe. And you could liken it to the ocean, that we're all part of the ocean, drops in the ocean. Those analogies have been made many times by many spiritual teachers. And I like that analogy too. So I live in my creator and my creator lives in me is a affirmation that I often use. Or I also like, life is what my thoughts make it. I know I am heard and guided by the universe. And those are just two examples of affirmations that I might use when I am focused on a spiritual type of meditation. All right. The third one, which I probably use this type of meditation, I would say the most overall, in the morning, throughout my day, anytime I will use part of a loving kindness meditation. Because my brand is Love Brand You, because I believe that everything is better with love when we focus on love, when we focus on love for ourselves, when we focus on love for all of people around us, for the planet, for everything in our life. Love is the answer, and I truly believe that. So my goal is always loving kindness. So for a loving kindness meditation, you bring your awareness to the people in your life and you direct positive energy and loving thoughts toward them. And this is a wonderful technique for decreasing anger or any other negative thought or feeling that is happening to you. It's great for helping you forgive yourself and others, and increasing your understanding and compassion for yourself and others. So once again, for meditation, find a comfortable position, and with your eyes closed, bring your awareness to your heart. So yes, in meditation, we're always focused on the breathing. We're thinking about the breathing. We want to make sure that we're always calming ourselves. We're always centered on our breathing. But in a loving kindness meditation, we are focused on our heart. We are bringing the breath, the awareness onto our heart, into our heart, I should say. And as you breathe in, you imagine you're breathing in warmth, compassion, and unconditional love for yourself. And that you hear me at the beginning in the Love Brand You prayer, I talk about unconditional love, having compassion for myself and for everyone else. So this is a carry through with the loving kindness meditation, is focusing on your breath, directing your thoughts, your emotions, your love to yourself, focusing on your heart and that warmth, compassion, and unconditional love for yourself. Then as you've done that, and you can feel, when you focus on love, you can feel love. And I encourage you to try it, because the more that you try it, the more you're aware of what love for yourself and for others feels like. And as you're doing that, I like to think in my head, I'll say it to myself, and you can say this out loud if you want to. There are times when I'm by myself and nobody can hear me. Sometimes I'll speak the words too, because not only thinking words, but speaking words has power. And I've talked about that before, that speaking words out gives it more power and vibration out in the universe. So you can think these words in your head. I am loved. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. I am loved. And I just repeat this in my head. I am loved. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. I am loved. And if you want to start out with just saying, I am loved, I am loved, I am loved. And there is statistics out, and I probably should have grabbed the stat, but anyway, now that I've said it, there's statistics out there that we say I love you less and less to ourselves. Well, we say it less to ourselves, but even to those around us, to our partners, to our children, to our loved ones. We have tended to not speak those words as much. And it's showing in statistics that the more people are told I love you, and shown by hugs or loving touches, that it changes not only our brain chemistry, but it changes everything about our physical health, our emotional health, and our overall vibration and energy. All right. So you say to yourself, I am loved. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. I am loved. Then as you breathe out, so that's breathing in, and as you breathe out, you imagine you are directing the warmth, the compassion, the understanding, the unconditional love to the people around you. And this can be general. It can be general to people around you, or it can be specific. And you can think of a specific person, whoever you want, and you can say to them in your head, As you're thinking about them, you're visualizing that person. May you are loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. You are loved. So the first time as you breathe in, you're sending that love to yourself and you're talking to yourself. As you breathe out, you are saying the same to the other person. You are loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. You are loved. And feeling it, putting that attention on your heart, feeling the love, the understanding, the compassion, the love and warmth for the individual you're thinking about. And start with your close family and friends. It's easier when you think of those individuals. I mean, I for those of you that watch the show, you know I'm going to say it. I've It's easy to think of my grandson, my 2-year-old grandson, my daughters. It is easy to think of them and give them love and warmth and compassion in any moment. It's easy to think of my 5 siblings, my sisters and brothers, my parents that have passed away. It is easy for me to think and send love to my friends and family. And then it comes to maybe there's somebody right now that you're not necessarily feeling that love with, or you're feeling disconnected with, or you're feeling. I often bring this to when individuals that I'm working with are having trouble with forgiveness. I mean, let's face it, people have hurt us. There's people in our lives that we think about. It could even be friends and family, could have been a falling out, could have happened. And all I suggest, all I suggest is start out with a loving kindness thought or even a meditation for individuals that you're finding it difficult, to forgive, or you're finding it difficult to like. There's people that we maybe need to, or we need to be in our lives, whether it be a coworker or it may be someone in your circle that you can't really get away from physically. However, there might be some um, discourse, there might be something happening where you're not feeling so much love to that person. And this can help. And I always talk about bridges. I always talk about bridges to what you actually want to feel, or what you actually want to happen in your life. So a loving kindness thought or a meditation. And this is why I said at the beginning of this one, that this is something that I do all the time. So loving kindness is what I practice every single day. And especially if I'm having a negative thought or a judgmental thought about someone in my life, because it does happen. It's easy to happen to go to that place. And when that happens, when I'm feeling judgment or a negative thought, then I check myself and say, no, that's not what I want to feel. And I will send that individual. I I even say it as quickly as, okay, sending love, sending love. And I'm even envisioning it in my head if I can't do it physically. So it is powerful. And I always end everything back to, I am loved, you are loved, to the other individual. May we be happy, may we be healthy, may we be safe, and you are loved, I am loved. Something along that line. And it it does work. At least it works for me. So I encourage you to try that. All right. The last one that I've got here is a walking meditation. So just using any of these that I've shared, the spiritual meditation, the loving kindness meditation, the mindfulness meditation, and just do that while you're walking. And walking and putting the awareness and the sensations, or the thinking sensations and the awareness on your footsteps. So it's really just taking these other 3 that I've mentioned, and you're consciously aware as you walk. And usually I do it out in nature because I'm out there walking as much as I can every day, because I appreciate being out in the sun and getting some fresh air and getting some exercise. So oftentimes my meditations are while I'm walking, if I haven't been able to practice the way I wanted to early in the morning. So walking meditation encourages you to cultivate your sense of the mind body awareness by focusing on your physical sensations. So I invite you to try any of these or all of them. Try them for 7 days, then try the next one for 7 days, because I always say it takes 30 days to create a habit. So do what works for you, but try one of them: mindfulness or present moment meditation, a spiritual meditation, a loving kindness meditation, or a walking meditation. And it's like everything else, the more you try it and the more you practice, that's why it's called a meditation practice. You practice it. All right. Today's quote before I do the closing affirmation, because we are at time. Quote of the day. I've got here one of my favorite meditation quotes. You should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day. Unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour. And that's a Zen proverb. So, all right, our closing affirmation. I affirm that as the universe creates positive new changes, I create positive new changes in my individual life via meditation. And the universe is working through my mind. For this, I give thanks. I let it be so, and so it is. Amen.